of cash out of the vault to fill the vault with cash. On the day of the race, the Smith brothers blew up the circuit's communications base station. This resulted in the card machines not being able to connect to the internet. Customers could only transact with cash as buckets and buckets of cash from the transport pipeline to the vault. The vault is already overflowing with cash. At this point Adam, the master blaster, made a mini blast bomb, puts the bomb into the transport barrel. Then he shoved the barrel into the pipe leading to the vault. The barrel reaches the other end of the vault. With a loud bang, the head of the pipe was blown off. At this point, the smoke from the explosion followed the pipe up to the cashier. The staff saw the explosion and alerted security. When the two security guards came to check on the building, they saw white smoke coming out of the ventilation room. They opened the door and saw that the caretaker was smoking. It turned out to be Jack, to cover up the smoke from the explosion, deliberately asked his teammates to wait for the security guards to inspect. After the security guard was sent away, they hooked up a giant hoover to the pipe. Immediately after, the money was sucked out of the vault. In just 10 minutes, the vault was almost empty. Then Jack and Mike took the transport truck, pulling a huge load of money out. But when they got to the front door, the door wouldn't open. Then Jack came over and operated the mechanism, and the door was opened. Then the Smith brothers put the money in Jack's car, and Jack cleaned up all the fingerprints they had left inside. Then the men quickly split up and left the scene. At this point, the warden didn't know the two Adams have escaped from prison, so the two men had half an hour to return to the prison. Adam's cellmates were trying to help him stall for time. Tied up two prison guards in the prison, he kept confronting the warden, and his men blocked the cameras with sesame paste. Then a dinner plate blocked the window from the inside. The warden couldn't see what was going on inside. He didn't dare to make a move. At this point his men took the pencils from the guards, takes off the pencil and wraps it in a napkin. Then he inserted the pencil lead into the socket, ignites the paper towel. Then he picked up the bin and pointed it towards the smoke alarm. The warden heard the fire alarm go off in the dining room. He was in a panic. He had to call the firemen to come and put out the fire. At this point Adam and Smith changed into firemen's clothes. While the fire engine was pulling out of the gate, they snuck onto the fire truck. When the fire engine arrived at the prison, they got out of the car quietly and quickly sneak into the infirmary. When the firemen opened the door to the dining room, they rushed in and saw, "This is it?" But they did eventually put out the small fire. Who knew that the next day